My name's Aaron Massey, and today I'm going to show you how to make a DIY industrial looking light fixture like this one. This light fixture is part of a larger project video I did for Carhartt where I upcycle an old upright piano into a speakeasy style hidden bar. To check out that video, click on the link in the description below or click on the annotation in the top right corner of this video to take you over to the Carhartt YouTube channel. With that out of the way, let's take a look at some of the stuff we're going to need to build this light fixture. The cool thing about using black pipe is that in addition to being a cool industrial look, you can get whatever pieces you want to build pretty much any shape and style lamp you want. For this one, I'm going with a pretty basic linear style with 4 40-watt Edison bulbs. So for the parts I need, I have a 3/4 inch floor flange, a 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch T, 2 1/2 inch Ts, 4 1/2 inch by 4 inch pieces, 1 3/4 inch by 3 inch black pipe, 4 1/2 inch by 1 inch close thread pieces, 2 1/2 inch 90-degree elbows, 4 keyless sockets, 4 1 inch to 1/2 inch reducer couplings, some 18 gauge wire, a lamp cord set, and a feed through switch. For the tools needed for this project, I'm using a Phillips screwdriver, wire strippers, a razor blade, electrical tape or heat shrink wrap, needle nose pliers, 5-minute epoxy, and a Dremel tool. The first thing I'm going to do is test fit all the pieces together to make sure everything goes together as planned and to see the final shape. Next, I start working on the sockets for the light. Using a Dremel tool and a grinding wheel, I take down the threading on the inside of each 1 inch to 1/2 inch reducing coupling so that the sockets can fit snugly inside. I also found it a little helpful to grind down a little bit of the socket itself to fit because they're made out of plastic. Once the socket can slide into the coupling, I take a piece of 18 gauge wire, strip the end with wire strippers, and wire the socket. The black wire or hot wire goes to the brass terminal screw on the bottom of the fixture, while the white neutral wire attaches to the silver terminal screw. Next, I wrap the wires and the base of the socket in electrical tape. You need to make sure to cover the terminals so they don't accidentally touch the metal piping and short out the light. Once the fixtures are wired and taped, feed the wires through the reducing coupling and mix up some 5-minute epoxy to glue the socket in place. From there, it's just a matter of doing the same thing with the 3 remaining light sockets. Once all the sockets are wired, I start reassembling the piping, feeding the wires through as I go. Once all the wires are fed through, I organize them and cut them to length. Then I tie all the black or hot wires together, and then I tie all the neutrals together. Next, I run the lamp kit wire through the base, connect the neutral to the neutral wires with a wire nut, and wrap it with some electrical tape to keep it secure. Then I'll do the same thing with the hot wires. Next, I test the wiring to make sure everything works before I put it all back together. And then I stick the wire nuts and wires into the piping and twist on the base. To add a switch to the light, first I find a spot on the lamp cord where I want the switch to go, and then I open up the switch by unscrewing the screw. Next, I use a razor blade to separate the 2 wires for the lamp cord. Then I use my wire strippers to cut a small piece out of the hot wire. Next, I feed the wires back into the casing for the switch. There should be a gap in the wire you cut. On the other side of the switch are 2 metal teeth that pierce each end of the wire you cut when you screw it back together. This creates a new bridge for the current to travel through. Once you screw the switch back together, the switch controls the flow of current to the light. That's it for this project. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know. Also, be sure to follow me on social media via the links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna start taking this thing apart and figuring out how we're gonna lay out our bar.